Within the tantric yogic tradition of India, Tibet, there are a lot of references to chakras, and we've talked about this already. And within the Tibetan tradition, there are two versions. There's one with 4 chakras and one with 5. The Sat chakra system from India has 6 and the crown, and so on. So there are different versions. Now, those chakras are used as sites for meditative depth. Traditionally, they were called shtanas, or sites, places to meditate. Yeah, and they're considered to be places of worship, places of meditation. Like going to a temple, you go to these places inside of yourself, and you do stuff there. Now, lots of different things can happen in there, and one of the things that people did in these chakras was to install elements. So some of the schools of practice installed elements: earth, water, fire, air, space, into those centers. It doesn't mean those centers are those elements, because there are different arrangements of doing that depending on what you're doing. Some people had fire at the bottom, others have earth at the bottom, for example. Does depend. It's, what's come through to the West is the base chakra is earth element. No, the base chakra isn't earth element. The base chakra is an awareness center that you've created, in which you then install representations, concepts, ideas, experiences of the earth element, specifically for the purposes of meditative development. So the symbology that goes with that, again, in the Western world we have earth is red. Is that right? Yeah? Red, orange, yellow, green. It goes through rainbow colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Interestingly, in Russia they have a different arrangement for the rainbow. And within the Yoga Tantra tradition, earth was yellow. The petals were red, but the symbol for earth was yellow. So different stuff, but I'm not going too deep into that. That's not the focus of this one. It's just the focus is saying that those elements are then installed. And that's partly what we're going to work with here. We're going to do a little breath-based practice at landing those elemental representations into those centers. There are bija mantras. Bija means a seed, and bija mantra refers to the bija mantra for the elements. And the bija mantra for earth is Lam, L-A-M, Lam. For the water element is Vam, V-A-M. Then it's the fire element, Ram, R-A-M. And then Yam, Y-A-M, for the air element. And Hum for space, H-A-M. And Om for consciousness. Now, actually, those bija mantras traditionally wouldn't be used by themselves. So in the teachings of Maha Yoga, which I teach, then we work with creating the fields for those mantras. So for example, the field for the mantra of the space element goes like this: A-A, I-I, U-U, R-Ri, L-Ri, A-I, O-Au, Aha. And those are the 16 sounds for the rays or the petals of that space element, the throat chakra, Vishuddhi. And those sounds then create the space within which the bija mantra is dropped. So for example, the sounds for the base earth chakra, if we're installing the earth in that, is Va, Sha, Sha, Sa. Va, Sha, Sha, Sa. And then we put the bija mantra Lang in the middle. So I'm not going to teach you all those sounds. There's a lot of them, over 50. But those we do on the Maha Yoga retreats, if you want to come on those. But what we are going to do is use the bija mantras. And we're going to change the sounds. So I'll remind you of the sounds. First of all, it's Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Hum, Om. Now, that's how the sounds are usually taught. So we're going to do it slightly differently, because what we're going to do is change the ending to Lang. It's like an NG at the end. It's like a strike. Dong, Lang, Vang, Rang, Yang, Hung. And those are an initiate's version of the mantras, because rather than being kind of flat, if you listen to the Lam, it's Lam, Ram, Ram. The Lung gives it an upwardly mobile direction to the sound. So you're driving energy through the central channel with that sound. So it goes long, 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 long. So this is how we're going to work with the mantras. Lung, so I'll go through them again. Earth is lung. Water is vang. Fire is rang. Air is yang. Space is hung. And consciousness in this case is going to be om. Okay? Now there's a lot of other stuff we do within the Mahayoga where we open them and close them and blow them open and do all sorts of things. And we're not going to do it. We just don't have the time and the space within this framework to do that. But we play with this breath practice because it's quite interesting. Okay? So first of all, get yourself into a comfortable sitting position. I'm going to sit in my favorite Siddhasana here. I either sit in Siddhasana or Padmasana, but I like this one. This works for me and it helps me to sit tall. It's sustainable. I can sit here for a long period of time. And one of the things we want with an asana, a sitting position, is that it is steady and it's comfortable and you can be in it for ages if you need to. So that's what an asana is. It's a sitting place to meditate, to go deep. So get into your favorite and most comfortable and steady asana, whatever that is, and be ready. And come in and close your eyes. We've already done some work with the shtanas, the centers of awareness, the chakras. So bring your attention first of all into the center, in the forehead, right in the middle of the head. And get steady breath happening now. And breathe as if you're breathing in and out of that center. 6 seconds, 7 seconds, 8 seconds on the inhale and exhale. Nice, steady, deep, steady breath happening. And then we're going right down to the base. So jump down to the base. And pelvic floor. And then up slightly into the bowl of the pelvis. The base of the pelvis just above the pubic bone in that bottom part of the belly below the navel. Up into just around the navel, maybe a little bit above the navel, but around the navel. And a place where the attention sits comfortably in there. And then bring attention into the solar plexus briefly. Just touch into the solar plexus. And the recognition I want you to have here is that you do these practices for the benefit of all beings everywhere. For your own well-being and greater good, and for the well-being and greater good of all beings everywhere, without exception. And then bring your attention up into the heart center, center of the chest. and up into the throat. And back up to the brow. And now up to the crown. Feel the space just above the crown of the head. And breathe as if you're breathing down from the crown, through those centers, down to the earth, and in from the earth back up to the crown. Joining each of those centers with the breath. You can do the 7 or the 8 wave breath, or even 9 waves if that feels good. Beautiful. And then bring your attention up to the brow. We start here. The mantra, you can be repeating the mantra vocally, and it goes Om, 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 Om. And with each chant, the belly is pulling back in towards the spine. So you get that feeling of tucking the belly in with every single sound. Om, 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 really focusing in on this center. And then take down to the base. Bring your attention down to the base. And the mantra here is long, 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 long. Long, 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 and keep going with that, pulsing the pelvic floor up with every chant. Long, 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 long. Long, 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 long. Bring your attention up to the bottom of the pelvis. Long, 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 long. the pulse here is the bottom of the belly just gently pulsing in with each sound. Vong, 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 vong. Vong, 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 vong. Vong, 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 vong. Vong, 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 vong. Vong, 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 vong. To the navel. Rung, 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 rung. And the navel's pulling towards the spine with every chant. Rung, 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 rung. Into the solar plexus, chakra into the pure motivation, the fact that all practice is done for all beings, for the benefit of all beings everywhere, and bring your attention up into the heart. Young, 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 young. Young, 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 young. Young, 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 young. Young, 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 young. Up to the throat. Hung, 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 hung. And you'll feel the pulsing here. Hung, 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 hung. Hung, 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 hung. Hung, 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 hung. Hung, 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 hung. And up to the brow. Hung, 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 up to the crown. And with the out breath, join all those centers with the mantra Hrim mentally. Hrim. And with the in-breath, Om, all the way up. Om. But do it mentally. So 9 breaths of integration like that. So like I say, that's a practice you can take away. If you have a garland, a mala, you can do 108 chants on every center. That's a good thing to do. And remember, traditionally again, that would be held. That's a very valid practice in its own right. If you want to go deeper with the Maha Yoga, it would be something like Vasha Salang, Vasha Salang, Vasha Salang, Baba Mayaralavang, Baba Mayaralavang, Baba Mayaralavang. Dala dana paparang dala dana paparang dala dana paparang Gagajayo Gagajana Tatayang Gagajayo Gagajana Tatayang Gagajayo Gagajana Tatayang Ahi Urari Ayo Mahang Ahi Urari Haksha Om, Haksha Om, Haksha Om, Haksha Om, Haksha Om, Haksha Om, Om Shrim. Just give you a flavour of some of the Maha Yoga, okay? But those bija mantras are quite powerful, quite wonderful to explore. And again, it's a different kind of experience with the breath. Enjoy them, have fun.